Hi everyone! Thanks for watching, and for those who haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Please, 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 please. The channel's called Scatterbrained Mom because my brain is just all over the place sometimes. Your subscribes, they make me feel less insecure. They make me feel like you like me, even just a little bit. You know what? YouTube suggests that I stick to one thing, but I'm into so many things like so many other people. We don't just stick to one thing, for the most part. At least I think so. And I want to talk about all things interesting and wonderful. You can't stop me, YouTube. You can't tell me what to do. Welcome to my second episode. The last episode was with my daughter Ariel. Today is just gonna be me, but don't worry. I promise to make it worth your while. For this one, I'll be doing a book series review. Something different. Now, before you decide, oh, it's gonna be boring. Hold up. Give me a chance, okay? Don't go yet. Even if you're not into reading, just don't go. This book series is definitely something that you gossip about with your friend. Just don't leave me. I have abandonment issues. No, I don't. I like being alone. But not today. Don't leave. So I chose the series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have a stack of books right next to me. Now, this book is quite popular. I had no idea. You know, I just started reading again this year. I have a goal of reading 100 books. First, it started out as 50, but I knocked out like 40 in 2 months.
Such a loser.
I came upon this because I wanted something similar to Game of Thrones, you know, fantasy type stuff. I came across this series, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maaas, M-A-A-S. You guys, OMG, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, OMG, OMG. This is a level of 50 Shades times Game of Thrones times Lord of the Rings. It probably outdoes the 50 Shades series with all the smut, the nastiness. What? This belongs in the bookstore behind the shelves that cover it. You know what I'm talking about? Do they still do that? It has fae, you know, fairies, monsters, ancient stuff, magic, and a lot of... So, the first book, I'm gonna get right into it. The first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's pretty much a parallel of Beauty and the Beast. Get it? Thorns and roses? Huh? It only dawned on me till the end, like, oh duh, Beauty and the Beast, Thorns and Roses. Beauty and the Beast with like, oh, yeah, my husband and daughter are there, and I'm like, skip today, not now, not now. Find a private place to read this. Yeah. Now, the second book. So there's 5 books. Sorry, I forgot to say there's 5 books. And the second book is called A Court of Mist and Fury. So they're all pretty much like this. I got the hardcover because I'm bougie. And this is where you start to realize, man, all these characters, especially the female protagonist, who is, you know, the lead in the first book, they all have extreme PTSD. So they're like real people, but fairies. You feel the protagonist, you feel her becoming a badass. Like, wow, she got some strength in her. But you also find her annoying at the same time. Like a lot of people, you're like, wow, she's badass, but so annoying. So anyway, that's just my opinion. You might not find her annoying at all, or you might not even care. You just want the sexy time. The second book explains a lot of the mysteries of the first one. If you read the first one, you're like, who's this person? Who's that? What happened here? Blah, blah, blah. Well, this book gets into it. More important characters are introduced, as well as the extent of the magic. There's more magic here, baby. So that's the second book. Lots of action, and not just but like good fight scenes. You know, you can imagine these scenes in your head, like Game of Thrones type fight scenes, like wow. Next book, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and this one is probably my favorite. This is my favorito. So it brings the characters in the first book into full circle with the characters in the second book. And this, the third book, 2 + 1 = 3. There's some math here. And of course, more sexy time. Like, it just got to the point where, like, you know when it's starting? All right, we gotta just, it's a lot. The fight scenes, they're also very vivid, very enchanting. I really love this one, the third one. And towards the end, I yelled out, no, no, what's happening? And nobody told me to do it. No, I was just so emotionally invested in this. It made me into a blubbering fool. This one, it messed with my feelings the most. It's a whole roller coaster of emotion. Like every emotion you have, it's gonna come out. The sexy time. So much of it. Fourth book, A Court of Frost and Starlight. This is the thinnest book. Next. Don't even bother with that. It's fifth book. This took me some time, mostly because reading 4 books in a row is exhausting. A Court of Silver Flames. This book, it's also pretty thick, look at that. It's a whole lot of woman power. I got no muscles. At first, the main character that the author chooses to lead to be the protagonist for this one, she starts out annoying AF. Like the most annoying person in the world that you could think of, even worse. She chose to spotlight somebody who I guess needed a spotlight. I don't know. It's like, man, stop being so, like, you're just dragging everybody down. I get that you're depressed, but holy smokes. It gets to a point, I think, where you just want to, like, never mind the book. I think, yeah, it's, because some characters you just don't even want to deal with. But, like a good friend, you stick around through that depression. You stick around through that sadness, and it will reward you. Magical things happen. A whole lot of magical things because it's a magical world. So they introduce more females. All these females have a backstory. Yeah. Woo, go women! Even in this land, even in this whole made-up land, women are discriminated against. You know, women's rights, women's this, that. And it's not a spoiler. Basically a theme. You know, that it lightly runs throughout like all the books, but it really enhances it in the last book. So it's something that you can look forward to reading. So the author does a great job, excuse me, of creating parallels with our society and the struggles of women. Like, we don't always want to be in the kitchen, even though I don't mind. Still, you know, because I like making my own food. This one, you better hide it. Tuck it under the pillow, put it under the mattress, like you do with all your smut. It's the thickest too, because it takes a lot of words to make a lot of nasty. Great ending. It's another one of those, all your emotions come out in the end. It's a great journey, really. So, yeah, these books, this series is absolutely worth your time, except the 4th book. I wasted my time on that. You don't have to finish all the books in a week or in a day. Or take your time. Let it be just something you, it's your friend. I was game for the fight scenes. It was just so vivid. And if you're not really in it for the story, I know some friends who will read it just for the sexy time. I'm not a hater. Go do you. I'm not even into romance at all, but I love the series. I am more of a horror movie genre. I'm just like, ugh, romance ruins the story. But the romance here didn't ruin it for me. I was like, meh about it, but it's beautiful. It's great. That about wraps it up for this book series review. Maybe, hopefully, I turned you into reading something if you've been on some kind of hiatus of reading, or if you're continuing reading, or if you don't even care, or you might not even want to read. I don't know. Maybe that was enough for you. Thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you and sharing my opinions and my actual review. I would give the whole series a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Mostly because I'm just not a romance person, but that's the only reason why. If you're into romance, then this is it. This is the series right here. I hope I didn't give away too much. No, I didn't give away anything. I didn't even say any character names. Huh. Thanks again for watching this episode, and the next one you're gonna love. I bought some outfits and my daughter and I are gonna try them on. We're gonna go back home for about 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks, not a full 2 weeks, My husband's like, it's 10 days. 10 days. Like, well, I'm just gonna say 2 weeks, because whatevs, right? I'm excited. We're gonna try them on for you, put on a little fashion show, mommy and me matching. So that's coming up in the next episode. Remember to like, subscribe, share, do the cha-cha, tango, whatever. See you next time. Bye.